Hello, my friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Gut Health Calls to learn how to simplify your health and get great results. My name is Madison Burgess, and I'm here with Charlotte Carrera. We both specialize in gut health and have taught thousands of people how to implement a handful of simple behaviors. And when these simple behaviors, even though they're quite simple, but when they're done together, you get really big results. So over the next 30 minutes, our intentions are to benefit your overall life and health and lead you to a healthier, more vibrant and happier you. And we do this by focusing on a handful of simple behaviors that will make the biggest difference. Now, we know changing our health isn't easy and life can get in our way at times. We all have a very busy schedule, and we want you to know we don't take it lightly. So as we move through our topic tonight, questions may come up for you. So please put your questions in the chat and we will answer those at the end. So let's get started. What are the 6 simple behaviors? The 6 simple behaviors are, the first one is mindfulness. Next is hydration, eating clean, dysbiosis, meaning an imbalance in the gut microbiome, an imbalance between the good and the bad bacteria, having too much bad bacteria and not enough good. And then we have wild whole food supplementation. Yes, it is really important to have some form of supplementation, but it's always best to have wild whole food supplementation, plant-based food enzymes. And lastly, fitness. Yes, we all need to move. Moving is important. You don't have to be, go out and lift dumbbells and work out every single day of the week. But as long as you're moving, whether it's taking a walk or taking a light jog, or you're the kind of person who likes to do aerobics or do a lot of weightlifting, then go for it. We just want you to move. Now, the 6 simple, excuse me, my throat's a little dry tonight, so I'm sorry if I lose my voice a little bit. So let me kind of back up a little bit and start over. As I was saying, the 6 simple behaviors alone are quite simple, but just know when you're doing them together, they do add up to a powerful program that fosters a healthy gut, supports your gut microbiome access, it removes inflammation, and repairs damaged cells. And this can result in a variety of health benefits, including feeling lighter. We all want to feel lighter. Improved skin tone, so we're aging more gracefully. Increased energy, we have more vitality, more get up and go at the end of the day. Improved mental clarity and better sleep, to name a few. The simple behaviors are like building blocks. They're synergistic. One is not without the other. Now, it's not about being perfect. If you apply the 80-20 rule, you will get there and get great results. Excuse me, I need to take a drink of water. Give me 1 second. So just keep in mind that no 2 people are the same. We're all different. We're all unique and have different health challenges. And so our results will all experience different results. Now, you will get results, but your results will come as you progress in your program. But rest assured, when you are consistent with the simple behaviors, the results will definitely come. So tonight's topic is how to correct dehydration. So let's get going with that. So there's one very important key to improve your overall health and vitality is to learn how to drink water in a way that gets inside the cells. The cells need water, they need oxygen, and they need nutrients. And the most important thing, that's all important, but more importantly, water, water, water. Our body loses water every day through breathing, sweating, and digestion, and above all, by eliminating toxins through our urine, through the elimination systems. Daily water loss varies from person to person, and it depends on your body weight, activity level, diet, climate, temperature, and humidity, and water intake. So here are a few common signs that you will know that if you need more water. Do you feel lack of energy? Do you get migraines or headaches often? How about chronic pain, such as joint pain or stiffness? What about poor concentration or mental clarity? Do you have brain fog? Do you deal with insomnia or restless sleep? Maybe you have some anxiety or depression, or you're dealing with what we have seen so much with so many people is constipation. Maybe your skin is too dry and you have skin issues, or your urine is dark, or your mouth is dry, like mine is right now. I'm going to take a sip of water. Hold on, guys. So the key is prevention is always the best action to decrease the effects of dehydration, and it can creep up on you quickly. Sipping throughout the day is best, and by the time you feel thirsty, it's way past dehydration, and it will take about 30 minutes for the body to restore itself. So it's really key to sip that water throughout the day. You want to pay special attention. It must be paid to if you're experiencing any illness that may enhance your water requirements, including high fever, vomiting, and diarrhea, or even a sore throat like what I'm dealing with right now. My throat is dry. And so my water is saying, my voice is saying, give me more water. So when you're feeling like this, you're going to likely require more water, especially on hot days, humid days, while breastfeeding or during vigorous exercise. So if you're sick, or you're dealing with a very hot, humid day, you're outside hiking or biking, or you happen to have a newborn and breastfeeding, or you're doing some very vigorous exercise, bring extra water with you. Drink water, water, water. Make water your drink of choice. Now, you can also help to hydrate your body by minimizing the added fake sugars. And I think we all know what fake sugars are, and we certainly know what caffeine is in alcohol. So these things are dehydrators, and that means your body's going to need more water. So my rule of thumb is this: for every dehydrating drink, add a glass of water before, during, and after. Your body will say thank you very much. So now I'd like to hand it over to the beautiful Charlotte Carrera. Charlotte, are you there?
I am, and thank you so much, Madison, for really highlighting some of those signs that we need water. It's so subtle, and most of those symptoms that you were talking about, or the signs, are that we experience. We just don't realize that dehydration is a major component or contributor. We begin to see these signs as just part of daily life or a day-to-day function of our body. Or many people I hear saying that, oh, I'm just getting old, right? And these are just common things that I should be experiencing as I age, and just not true, right? So what's important to realize is that these symptoms are messages from the body. Things like the indigestion and constipation and bloating, those are all signs of imbalance in your gut and the processing. And maybe as we start getting more dehydrated, the key health issue is the gut microbiome and the dysbiosis that we'll address on another call at some point. But things like muscles and joint aches, which result in arthritis or any of those ITS issues, anything ending with those terms is an inflammation, a point of inflammation for you. And so that dehydration is a source of inflammation and high blood pressure or irregular heartbeats, fast heartbeats, emotional things, components, things like depression, lack of clarity, our ADD or attention focus, and our weight issues are all signs of dehydration. In fact, research has shown that when you start hydrating, you actually begin to lose weight almost instantly when you start drinking water. And allergies also. Allergy is simply that your body can't seem to flush out the toxins fast enough for you to get relief. And so you have all of those symptoms of allergies, and then the skin problems. So the key thing is that I just said is the word flushing. That's the key thing that water does, is it helps to keep the body flushing and moving and lubricated and functioning at its best. Why do we experience all of those symptoms I just mentioned? And what Madison's mentioned is there simply isn't enough fluid in our bodies to flush out that toxic buildup as just basic use, and basic functioning of our organs. So, and I like to, there's a couple analogies, it's like a fish can't exist out of water, right? Because the foundation of it is water. And so as we flip over to the next slide, you'll see that our body is really made up of water. Each organ relies on water to function properly. You can see that our brain and our muscles are comprised of 75% water, and our heart is 79%, with our blood and liver and kidneys exceeding 80% water. So we are literally mostly water, and even our most dense structure, which is the bones, consists of at least 22% water. So knowing that we are such a large percentage of water, we have to honor and respect that our body functions on this particular fluid. It's another analogy I always like to give people is that when it's a car that needs to be fueled for a trip on a daily basis or wherever you're going. Without the fuel, without the liquid, the car is not going to run efficiently. In fact, it won't run at all. But if it continues to run, it's going to run on toxic waste. It's basically your body is going to be recycling the sludge, the toxic waste throughout your body. And then that creates the chronic conditions that we are known to get, or eventually over time begin to experience. So because it's not getting, and those things are not getting eliminated. So when you drink plenty of water every day, it's important for your good health. The body relies on water for many functions that we take for granted. For example, the moisture in our eyes, our nose and our mouth, our tongue, just being able to speak. Like Madison, you were talking about, having a dry throat. You can't speak with a dry throat, right? You just have to have that moisture in you. Regulating your body temperature alone is based on water, and being able to absorb and utilize the nutrients from the foods we eat is the function of that is water, or preventing constipation and keeping our joints and ligaments lubricated, and even making our hormones and our neurotransmitters in the brain function properly relies on water. We protect our organs and tissues with the water that we consume, and transporting oxygen to various muscles and organs. Our entire body relies on oxygen as well, and that can't function without the use of water as well. And then down to the real micronutrient, microcellular point, we're talking cell growth and reproduction of our cells, and how our body continues to regrow and restore itself is based on water. And research has shown that as a body, your body as a set of organs needs at least 8 glasses of water to function optimally. Even if you don't drink water, all of our organs require that much, at least 8 glasses of water to function. So if you're not giving your body the water, it's going to start operating in not an optimal way, right? So how do we get the water our body needs to function properly? One is to drink the amount that Madison talks about, half our body weight in ounces. That's a great go-to goal. And we can make water a lot more exciting, by adding things and getting creative. We have some recipes that make your drinks and make water a little bit more exciting. They should be healthy and cleansing for you and not really filled with sugar. There's lots of options, really healthy options for good, healthy cleansing drinks. And a few of them are like the kiwi Kale-Aid that I love because it's great for allergy relief. It's made with parsley, kale, lemons, and water, and it's packed with antioxidants and natural histamines, antihistamines, and vitamin C. Lavender lemonade supports relaxation, and it's just a little bit of lavender and lots of water, right? Or turmeric lemonade reduces inflammation and toxins, and the kiwi lemonade supports natural detoxing and cleansing in the body. And all of these drinks and recipes are available. All you have to do is ask your sponsor to provide those to you, and they will give that to you. So you can always, like I said, connect with the person who invited you to this call or your sponsor to get these recipes, and happy to share them with you. So the other thing is that you can eat your water. And in this chart here, and we also have that chart available as well, are just a list of 20 items, 20 food items that are really high based in water. And you can see that the high water content on these things, things like cucumbers are 96% water, and lettuce is 96% water. That's pretty amazing high water content. Cantaloupe is 90%. Some of those are kind of obvious, like watermelon and cantaloupe and tomatoes and things like that. But the water is the carrier of the nutrients in each of these vegetables and fruits that will help you digest and utilize those nutrients that your body so importantly needs. So your sponsor can provide you with a copy of this document as well to help you learn more about which fruits and veggies contain the most water. All right, and I'm sure that Madison has another pro tip or two that she'd like to share to help with hydration.
I do, Charlotte. I'm just forwarding this slide right now. Okay, cool. Actually, I have two pro tips, and they're both my favorite for different reasons. But the first pro tip is called the water cure recipe. And today, the water we're drinking today is very mineral deficient. And so the way we can put the minerals back in the water is by adding a pinch of Celtic sea salt or Himalayan sea salt, and this will help remineralize the water. So what's really key is that the minerals, the reason why we want to remineralize our water is so our cells will absorb it for proper hydration. So we can be drinking a lot of water, but not necessarily getting hydrated. It's when we mineralize our water that allows the cells to absorb it into the center of the cell. Now, as a rule of thumb, we touched a little bit on this, but I want to dive a little bit deeper on how much water to drink, but more importantly, how to drink your water. Now, we already talked about putting some sea salt, Himalayan sea salt or Celtic sea salt in the water. But as a rule of thumb, your target amount of water intake can be calculated by dividing your body weight in half. So then you drink that amount of water in ounces per day. So if you weigh 150 pounds, you want to try to get 75 ounces of water per day, or enough so that your urine is clear. So yes, you have to look at your urine, but that's okay. You want to do that. You want to see what's coming out of your body at times. So be sure to hydrate, and then you want to hydrate gradually throughout the day. So I say take about, I use a mason jar, and it's about 20 to 24 ounces. And if you can drink that and put a couple, 2 or 3 pinches of Himalayan sea salt or Celtic sea salt in that mason jar, stir it around. I like to drink it with a straw. It just makes it more interesting and more fun. And drink that down before you do anything else. No coffee, no tea, no food. Just drink, rehydrate your body first thing in the morning. And then, wait about 20 minutes. And then if you want to have your coffee, you want to have your tea and have your breakfast, go for it. But the rest of your water, you want to sip throughout the day. And again, that water also, you want to add some Himalayan sea salt or Celtic sea salt to the water that you're drinking. Now you want to stop drinking water around 7:30. So everyone's a little bit different in how much water they need. Weight you have to consider, but also how much you exercise, or whether you drink alcohol or caffeine, how much sugar and empty carbs you eat, how much you travel, and if you take medications. So you want to be sure to, what you really want to do is become good at listening to your body, listening to when it needs water, when it's dehydrated. Now, for me, it's really easy today because my throat's telling me drink more water. So give me 1 second. I have to drink some water. So the bottom line is this: if you think you need to drink more water, guess what? You do. So drink your water. Now this one, the next pro tip is called the Epsom salt bath, and I love this. You put about 2 cups of Epsom salt bath in, as hot as you can stand it. Not, don't want to burn yourself, but as hot as you can stand the water, and you want to soak up to your neck. Now I also suggest to have water with you while you're doing this. And a little bit of lavender water or lemon water would be really, really nice to do this during the Epsom salt bath. Epsom salt is going to help stimulate the lymph system, and the lymph system is going to help remove toxins and inflammation out of the body through the elimination systems. So you soak in there for about 20 minutes. And what I love about this, it's a very relaxing ritual before bed. It's a way of saying, I'm going to wash my day off. I'm going to clear my mind. So when I crawl into bed, I feel really squeaky clean, relaxed and refreshed, and feeling like I can just go to sleep and sleep like a baby. So what I'd like to do now is open, oh, wait a minute, I have one more thing I want to share. My bad, give me 1 second. So Charlotte was, she had mentioned earlier that you can get back to the person who invited you here to, excuse me, to get the information on the drinks. But what we do have is a healthy hydration hack guide. And so just ask, send an email or give them a call or a text message and let them know that you want the healthy hydration hacks guide. In there, you're going to find lots of really good information and some really yummy drinks to drink, okay, that are going to help hydrate you. So now what I'd like to do is just kind of hand it back to Charlotte to see if she has anything that she wants to add to anything I said.
Oh, thank you, Madison, and thanks for bringing up the healthy hydration hacks guide that we have available too. It is a great summary and primer on all what we're talking about today. The key thing I would like to just pass on is that drinking water is not something separate from us. It's our lifestyle. It's our livelihood. It's what keeps us, like I said, it's the fuel that goes into a car. And without it, you've got like a slow, track to death, basically. And so that's an important thing to kind of wrap our head around, that it's not separate from us. It's something that's really, really important. We are over 75% water, and it's important that we need to keep ourselves that way too.
I agree, Charlotte. It's a really good point. Water being a ritual, a daily ritual, it's part of our life. It's part of us being healthy. Without water, you only can live so long without water. You can go a lot longer without food, but you cannot without water. So yeah, thank you, Charlotte. Drink your water, guys. So there's a couple of questions here. And the first question is, what is the importance of hydration in digestion? The first thing that comes to my mind, and I'm going to have Charlotte, chat on this too. The first thing that comes to mind is that every organ in your body, as Charlotte was sharing, needs water. And different organs and systems need different amounts that have different amounts of fluid in those organs and systems. But the bottom line is your entire body needs water. It needs about half your body weight in water. And your digestive system, just like any other organ, needs water in order to help move toxins out of the body and move nutrients into the cells, out of the digestive system into the cells. So Charlotte, do you want to share, expand on that at all?
Yeah, I think you've said it beautifully. The one image that I keep coming up with is that in order for our intestinal tract, specifically that, to move the waste matter out, or either separate out the nutrients and bring it back into our body is the use of water. The water helps to keep our the lining of our intestinal tract really healthy. And without that, because it's when you take a look at the fact that our intestines are really crammed into a small part of our body, right? That the water helps to keep things clean, keep things healthy, keep things open and regulating that way. So that's what you need.
Cool. Very good. So then the next question is this. Did I hear you say being properly hydrated may improve my skin? Well, your skin's an organ, and so it needs water too. So yes, it will. Charlotte, you want
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Because the skin is actually a really good sign as to whether or not your organs are functioning properly. When you have issues with your skin, that usually reflects on something out of balance in the digestive system, in any of the organs, that type of thing. And so having water heal the organs from within will reflect on the skin ultimately.
Thank you. Excellent point. One last question that I have here. Does drinking soda count towards hydration? Absolutely not. It's a diuretic. It will pull water out of your body. Charlotte, you want to say anything about it? I'm going to keep it real simple with that one.
Right. Excuse me. I had to cough on that one. Because I have my strong points, my opinions about sodas. Not only are most of our sodas filled with sugar and stuff, but the carbonation alone is that you're simply infusing your body with CO2.
Right.
And which is, something that you have to eliminate from your body. So because it doesn't serve your body well at all. And so, having plain water versus the carbonated sodas is much better for your system in the long run.
Excellent, excellent point. And you had said sugar. And so that kind of, triggered in my mind. Sugar is one of the biggest causes of inflammation. And inflammation is where our chronic issues, minor to major chronic issues, begin. So there's another reason why not to drink soda. Yeah. All right. I think that's all we have for right now. I want to thank everybody for being here. God bless, and we'll see you next time.